Hey guys, it's Siobhan with ToKittyandBeyond. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing the year ahead reading. This is the first time I've ever done a year ahead reading. So for you guys who have been around for a while and you know that I do the month by month, this time we're going to do 2021 all at once, month by month in this reading. I'm still going to be doing other horoscope readings throughout the year, so I hope you guys enjoy. This is for Leo, and that can apply to Leo Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, or if you just felt called to click on this video, then there's probably some messages here for you. So keep in mind that these are general readings for the collective, so not everything will resonate. Just take what does and leave the rest. And I recommend that you save this video and maybe watch it month by month to see how the energies actually play out for you. All right, guys, so let's get into it. I'm going to pull some cards and we'll see you in the reading. All right, welcome to your 2021 year ahead reading, Leo. Let's go ahead and jump into the cards for January, and we'll see what you guys got going on for this month. So you have the Nine of Cups, which is a great way to start out the reading. So you have this emotional fulfillment, wish fulfillment, having more than enough and being able to share that with others around you. You may be feeling particularly giving or hospitable this month in January. Perhaps you just feel really emotionally fulfilled and independent, and you're able to actually give back because of that energy. You also have the Two of Swords. So you may be weighing something up or making a decision as well, maybe perhaps in regard to what to do with all of this new emotional energy that you have, all of this new love that is kind of brimming over from within you that you've created by yourself, and now you're ready to kind of share that with the world. You could also be weighing up some options here when it comes to how to move forward and connecting more with your emotional space to be able to get clarity on how to do that. You have meditate and contemplate. Yeah, so that goes really hand in hand with that Two of Swords energy. It feels like you're meditating and contemplating something. You're weighing up those two swords to see which one is heavier for you or which one is going to be the one that you want to firmly grab onto and move forward with throughout the rest of your journey. This feels very connected to both the emotional realm and the mental realm. So factor those two things in together in January in your contemplations and meditations. Pisces is a very emotional water sign as well, and it's the two fish swimming in opposite directions. So it is, to me, January for you guys, Leo, is balancing the mind and the emotional body. You have angel therapy. Yeah, so meditating and contemplating can help you to gain access to this connection with your guides, with your angels, with your higher self, any sources of outside guidance that you're really needing or that you would benefit from. So this is angel therapy with Archangel Raphael, and he says, give your cares and worries to us angels and allow us to take your burdens. So something that maybe has been weighing on you and preventing you from really standing in that Nine of Cups energy, which is that wish fulfillment, that sense of self-fulfillment, feeling really happy and knowing that you created that for yourself. If there's any areas that kind of need to be addressed and released, the angels can help with that. So meditating and connecting with them can help you in January. Yes, you have happy. So you guys, I'm really getting a very happy vibe from you. Either you start out the month a little bit unsure in that sort of Two of Swords energy, and then you start meditating and you get this sense of happiness through the time that you're spending to be able to connect with your guides in that way, to be able to connect with yourself emotionally and create that sense of happiness. It feels very fulfilling. I feel like January is going to be a really happy month for you guys. So take advantage of that and really kind of grow that energy, because the more you can stay in that happiness for yourself and whatever that looks like for you, it doesn't have to always be happy days, but it's just that sense of self-love that I'm really feeling radiating out of you that creates more opportunities for happiness down the road. And you have individuality. Yeah, so you guys are really standing in your individuality when it comes to how you express yourself, and I feel like this is bringing you a lot of happiness. The Nine of Cups is a number 9, which is all about independence and solitariness. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be away from other people to express your individuality or to find your individuality, but I feel like that's going to be kind of part of it. It's like you're taking time to really get to know yourself at the emotional and mental level through that contemplation, through meditation, through connection to your angels, your guides, your higher self, connection to your heart, I feel as well. So this is you really kind of honoring your own individuality and expressing it through that joy of what made you happy maybe when you were a kid, or what made you happy when you were younger in any age, and embracing what makes you you. This is how you can truly express your authenticity, and this is what brings happiness through individuality. So it's beautiful. January is awesome. So let's go to February and see what's going on there. Well, first card out, you have the Lovers. So this could be a romantic relationship, but going on the energy of the Two of Swords from the month before, it does feel like this could be a decision. The Lovers card can represent a decision as well, so you guys might be weighing up options. This could be in regard to a romantic partnership or situation, but it could be in regard to any kind of partnership, or just a choice in general that you're feeling like you need to make. Love is definitely on the table here, and you've created that happiness and that joy that we saw in February kind of on your own. So it's now a choice whether you want to share that with somebody or whether you just want to have that for yourself. And you can have both, right? You can have your joy for yourself and still be able to share that with somebody. Now you do have the Five of Swords. So there may be some conflict or ego battles with other people. This is kind of like pride, and I'm not gonna call you out, Leos, for being prideful, but you know, there's a reason that prides of lions are called prides and there's a reason why Leos are represented by lion. So like, no judgment. I love you guys so much. One of my best friends is a Leo. She might even be watching this video. Shout out you know who you are. But I just feel like, you know, this energy can come forward, and it can, you know, it's essentially just the ego trying to assuage its own kind of fears, you know what I mean? So the ego will battle against others to try and protect itself. So it shouldn't be looked at something that's negative or like a bad personality trait, because it's not. It's just the ego trying to protect itself. And when you can kind of understand that a little bit better and accept yourself more for who you are and your needs, you can actually start to help yourself feel safe in those situations where you're in conflict, where you're in conflict with other people, especially about your beliefs or how you communicate. So this could be an area of focus for you this month in February, focusing on how you communicate with other people, and maybe stepping back to observe some of those patterns of resistance if there's kind of like a tendency to want to win the fight or pit yourselves against somebody else, because nobody really wins in that situation. And that's the message of the Five of Swords. Nobody wins in that situation. Everyone comes out a loser. So it's, you know, nobody feels good when we fight, especially with those we love. So it's taking the higher road and kind of swallowing that pride, and not only communicating how you're feeling and what your needs are, but also taking the feelings and needs of the other person into consideration. You have conclusions are within your reach. So if that situation has something that's been going on for a long time, or there has been repeating patterns of that kind of thing in your life, then a conclusion is available to you should you choose to accept it. It's a full moon eclipse, this energy of this card. So full moons are super mega powerful for releasing, and eclipses are all about conclusions as well. So there's a definite end that is available to you in a positive sense, because eclipses can bring things to you rather than taking things away. It's like you're releasing something to welcome something else in. So releasing that pride or that resistance or that ego can welcome in love and union and really healthy relationship dynamics based on communication and mutual sharing and support. You are safe as well. So Archangel Michael here coming in and reassuring you that if you feel unsafe in any kind of a situation with a partner or a lover of some kind, that you are safe. So you can trust that you're protected. You can trust that your needs will be met. It's important to communicate, obviously, that's what we were just talking about, but you're also protected from the angels and from, you know, your guides and your loved ones who are on the other side. So This is Archangel Michael saying, I am protecting you against lower energies and guarding you, your loved ones, and your home. So those lower energies are kind of that Five of Swords vibe. So you're being protected from that. You've got the inner guidance coming in. You've really connected with yourself, with your individuality, with your angels the month before. So call on that power, call on that authenticity to help you through any of those situations that might arise that are kind of creating chaos or conflict in your environment, and therefore kind of bringing it up within you or triggering you. You have new life as well. So you guys might be starting something brand new as those conclusions kind of bring old things to an end. So you might be starting a brand new life somewhere, or you might just be starting a new chapter in your existing life. I feel like December of 2020 is going to bring a lot of closure and conclusions for a lot of different people. And so January and February of 2021 are going to be pretty brand new. It's almost like a brand new book instead of a new chapter. So if you guys find yourself in that situation, just know that it's all divinely guided and it's for you at soul level. And you have sacred pleasure. So this is very sacral chakra, and I feel like you guys are really connecting to that passion. I mean, you did have the Lovers, so if we take that literally from the name, it goes kind of hand in hand with sacred pleasure. You guys could be really in a very fiery, very passionate relationship with the lover. So, you know, again, it's like the more passionate and fiery something is, the more sometimes there can be conflict. That's Mars energy, especially if you have Mars opposing or squaring your partners. It can lead to a lot of really fiery, passionate sexuality and intimacy, but it can also lead to conflicts at the level of ego, especially if your Mars is squared Sun or anything like that. Okay, so let's look at March. So March 2021, you guys have the Four of Pentacles. So this could be holding on to something or saving. You could be saving up, especially if you like made a big life change in the months before. It's kind of like you're kind of, it feels like you're getting your stability back. Fours are all about stability. They also represent protection. And in the last month, you did have Archangel Michael coming forward, letting you know you're protected. So this is another reminder that you're protected, not only spiritually, but also physically and financially. So letting you know that your needs are going to be met. And you've got all these little treats here. So you've got an abundant store of wealth around you and within you. You have the Page of Swords. So the Page of Swords, well, first of all, you've had a lot of swords come out. And I think there's a few more swords to come, if I recall correctly, while I was pulling those cards. So lots of mental energy. You guys might be thinking in a different way. I feel like there's been some shifts in your level of consciousness over the past year, and then bridging into 2021, it's kind of like you're a whole new level of awareness, essentially. So you may be learning a new skill or applying a new skill in a new way. This could also be a message or communication that comes into you. I just randomly got a job offer, so you guys might be getting an email or a text about a job offer, because I don't normally associate that with this card. So if it comes through, especially in that kind of a circumstance, that's definitely meant for somebody or multiple people. So take that if it resonates. Next card you have is Bring Love into This Situation. So yet again, you have this reminder to bring love into the situation, to, especially if there's like last month in February, there was a little bit of that conflict energy at the level of mind and communication. So it's kind of like, instead of seeing your partner or people around you as being against you, try to see them as being on your team. And even in that moment when you're angry or you're triggered, remind yourself that you're protected and that you're loved, and that if this is somebody that you really care about, do you really want to, you know, enter into that kind of a battle with them? Is that really going to be worth it for you? Is that going to be productive? Is that going to make you feel good in the long run? Chances are the answer is no. So bring love into the situation. This is also a new moon in Aquarius, which is very mental energy. Aquarius is ruled by the sign of air, or the element of air, I should say, and so is the Page of Swords. So you guys are really in this mental energy in March. You're thinking about things in a different way. You're contemplating. There's new beginnings as well, because the Page of Swords kind of relates to the Fool energy. But in the element of air, obviously. And this is a new moon, so you've got new beginnings here as well, which is kind of coming after that period of closure. So yeah, definitely new. It's like new schools of thought is what I'm hearing. You're learning new things, you're learning new skills, and you're learning to apply those as well. You have spiritual understanding. Yes, thank you, Spirit. So that's kind of what I'm feeling. It's like you guys are leveling up your consciousness. You're gaining a deeper and more, and yet also more expanded awareness of yourself in regard to life, reality, the universe, other people, the metaphysical world. Everything is kind of being connected. It's like you're connecting the dots, and you may be kind of, it's almost like you're expanding into unknown territory. That's kind of what that Page of Swords also feels like to me. It's like you're expanding into unknown territory and you're kind of just learning as you go. So stay in that beginner mindset, because that's actually going to help you. You know, if you go into something with a full cup, it's like, how can you learn something more? It's important that you go in with that open-mindedness, that beginner mindset, so that you're open to learning and that you can continue to progress and evolve, because that's what you're here to do. So this is Archangel Raziel, and he says, I am bringing you esoteric information and symbols and helping you understand spiritual truths. Yes, so there may be some deep, profound spiritual truths that come through in March for you guys. Hi, Kitty. And you guys are getting a leg up. Yeah, so it feels like you're gaining some spiritual understanding, or you're getting some messages that come through to you to help you. This is like, again, it's almost like you're getting an opportunity for a new line of work, or you're getting an opportunity to just expand your spiritual understanding in life. And this could actually result in a physical leg up. Like the Four of Pentacles was there, right? So this is you guys kind of being able to save some money or find some stability financially or monetarily, physically. Could even be in your health too, right? Because when you gain greater spiritual understanding, you release blocks that keep you limited in your energy. So you're allowing yourself to be more financially and physically healthy and abundant. So there's definitely support for you, and you're gaining a leg up, physically going up, which is represented by, you know, going up into that spiritual realm. By using your authentic voice. Yes, Kitty, your authentic voice is valid too. I love you. So this is Angel Bath Call and Aquamarine. I don't know too much about Angel Bath Call, but I do know Aquamarine is connected to the throat chakra, and so is this card, Authentic Voice. So this is you guys really using your throat chakra to communicate, to listen, to expand your consciousness. You might even be getting clairaudient information that comes in, or telepathic information that comes in. So pay attention to your inner dialogue. Pay attention to words that come up repetitively, signs, symbols, synchronicities that are given to you through words, or through even just repeating sequences of symbols too, right? It can be images, it can be animals, it can be song lyrics, all sorts of different things. So pay attention to that, because it's your authentic voice speaking to you. You are the universe. So listen to you, and it helps to get you into alignment, because when you listen to the universe, you're listening to yourself. And when you make choices from your highest expression of self, you really get to express your empowerment and your authenticity as a human and also as a soul. Okay, so April 2021, Leo, you guys have, let's see, oh, the Strength card. Well, that's you guys, isn't it now? That's the Leo energy coming right through, real strong. And I love this deck. It's obviously the Cat Tarot, which is my favorite. Obviously, I'm a big cat lover. So the Strength card, I feel like you guys are really coming into your personal power. You had that authenticity, individuality, all of this stuff is really coming up for you. This cat energy is also here very strongly. I mean, the Strength card is traditionally a lion, which is why it's connected to Leo. And this one, it's obviously just a cat, but you've got the cat's eye in February too, cat's eye crystal. So I feel like you guys are really coming into your cat-like energy. Cats are very independent. Cats are very, they're very aware of their needs, and they are very, it's almost like they don't care what anybody else thinks. They still need attention, they still need love, but they're okay with just doing their own thing. They don't care what anyone else thinks. So this is you. It almost feels like you're just not giving a fuck. Like, straight up. It's like you're just doing your thing. You have the inner strength. You've cultivated that confidence. I mean, not that you struggle with confidence, Leos, most of you, very, very confident. But just because you're confident doesn't mean that there aren't insecurities. That's actually a sign of confidence, because you have self-awareness, which is where confidence is built from. So, you know, it's tuning into that inner balance within you, which is really where you get that strength. So you also have the Three of Pentacles. So this could be working with other people as well. You could be, it's almost like you're kind of showing up in a work environment where people are taking notice of your skills. So you may be working in the spiritual field. If that resonates with you, that's great, because this is really connected to that spiritual sort of expression. For those of you that doesn't resonate with, or that isn't your line of work, then this is just physical work, whatever it is that you're skilled at, whatever your talent is, whatever it is that you do for a living. It's kind of like you get a little bit of recognition for it in this month. So people are looking at your work and admiring it, and you're also collaborating with others potentially as well. You have a personal issue reaches resolution. So this could be a resolution that is available to you by working with other people, as that Three of Pentacles energy can indicate. So it's also, I think it's more, they're kind of showing me what it is. It's you guys working with yourself and collaborating with other people to resolve this issue. So whatever the issue is in April, it's going to be resolved through your own inner strength and self-control, and communicating and working with others to compromise, find a solution, work together. It's kind of like a collaboration. It's teamwork, right? So everybody has to kind of input what they're thinking, and then you a little bit of trial and error, push and pull, and then finally you figure it out and it's resolved. So yeah, that's great. Sensitivity as well. So you guys might be a little bit more sensitive this month. That can happen, which is why strength is coming in to kind of support you in that sensitivity, so that you don't feel too vulnerable, although vulnerability is actually a good thing, because it allows us to really be our authentic self and create trusting and balanced relationships with the right people. So this is Archangel Haniel, and she says, you are extra sensitive to energies and emotions right now. Honor yourself and your feelings. And that you did have the full moon in Cancer coming up as well. Cancer's a water sign, connected with emotions, family, home life, that kind of thing. So in April, you may be extra sensitive. Maybe there's a lunar cycle that's particularly powerful for you that month. So pay attention to the cycles of the moon, especially the full moon, which could heighten your sensitivity, especially in regard to family, coworkers, or people who are directly in your environment and around you. Oh, you have Never Ending Story as well. So great movie, but in real life, it can be a little bit challenging when the story of, you know, a past pattern or cycle just keeps repeating over and over. So now you did have that full moon coming in to help you release any of that situation that's been an issue. There needs to be resolution that's brought to that, and that story then can be ended. Now they're drawing my attention to the number 37 in this card, and 37 is a number of the angels telling you that you're on the right track, that you're doing good work, to keep doing what you're doing. And it's also 3 and 7 together is 10, so it's the ending and a new beginning. 3 represents creativity, a new beginning, emotional expression, creativity, and 7 represents spiritual alignment, good luck, prosperity, you know, really being in alignment. So this is actually a good thing, even though it feels like it might be never ending. It will end. There will be resolution there. Through heavenly mercy. I love it. So April, yeah, that you're getting this heavenly mercy coming in to help you find that inner strength. It's like having the grace to be able to transcend a challenging situation or something that keeps repeating. And it's like you finally get the awareness that you needed to be able to resolve the issue at the root rather than kind of treating it at the symptomatic level. It's like you really get deep down and you understand it within yourself, and then you're able to resolve it externally because you've resolved it internally. Okay, so let's look at May. May 2021, starting us off, you guys have the Tower. Okay, so the Tower can feel uncomfortable. I'm just gonna say it like it is. The Tower is a shakeup. It's the crumbling of old structures or beliefs or things physically breaking down or changing in some way. So I'm gonna see the rest of the cards in this pile and we'll see what's actually going on here for May, but you guys might have some changes that are happening that need to be kind of trusted is what I'm feeling. It's important for you guys to trust in May that this is heavenly mercy that came in the month before. So you guys are, it's almost like things that are being changed for a reason, and that never-ending story is coming to an end, which actually might require some physical changes or some adjustment in your mental, kind of the way that you're seeing things or the structures you've built in your mind around some of those old stories. You have the Page of Wands as well. So this is fiery Leo energy. Could also be Sagittarius or Aries, but I see this as you guys, again, really standing in your power, connecting to this beginner's mindset, feeling optimistic and adventurous despite the fact that there might be some physical changes going on. It's almost like you guys embrace it and you know that it's divinely guided. You understand the reasons why it's happening. So even though things may seem kind of chaotic on the outside, you know that anywhere you go, you can find your path, and whatever happens, you're right where you need to be. Yeah. Well, there it is. Don't let pride get in your way. So that's kind of what we were talking about in January. And I knew that this card was going to come up because I was pre-shuffling the cards before I jumped on camera here. And this card was one of the ones that I saw when I was splitting the deck. So, and it's your energy. It's full moon in Leo. So this is all about that Leo pride, and it can be a really positive thing. It doesn't have to be viewed as a really negative thing. Pride can be a positive expression of emotion, but it's when it holds you back that it becomes dysfunctional or in sort of the more negative expression. So it's important to kind of self-regulate or do like a self-check-in, kind of see where am I responding to these situations from? Is it from a place of resistance that's maybe coming from pride or ego, or is it coming from a place of acceptance and grace and just surrender to what is or what could be? Yeah, figure out where the resistance is coming from. That's really the message I'm feeling really strongly here for you guys this month, especially with that Tower card and this pride. It's almost like the pride before the fall. And the Tower is that fall moment. So if you would like to avoid that, you most certainly can by heeding this message from Spirit that's coming through for you in May. Clear your space. Okay, so clear your space could be changing or moving homes as well. With that Tower card, you could just be like cleaning out the space or the home that you currently live in May. But I feel like Archangel Jophiel is saying, you know, it's time to change things up. It's time to move things around. It could be possibly a time to move homes. So it says get rid of clutter, clear the energy around you, and use Feng Shui. Yeah, so it kind of feels like maybe there's been some stagnancy or some old things that have been built up in your environment that need to be changed. The Tower can be purely environmental, and it can literally mean moving house or changing vehicles or having vehicle issues or having housing issues. It can really be anything, but I feel like it's more in the realm of the mind, it's more in the realm of the ego, but changing your environment can help with that. Just clear your space, essentially. Truth be told, okay. So this is a 5 energy, 1 and 4 make 5. That's the first thing they drew my attention to. And this card in particular has come out for a couple of the different signs so far. I remember it coming up in Taurus. I think Gemini had it as well. So this 14 is not something that I normally see right off the bat. I was drawn to the window the first time for Taurus, and then to the owl for Gemini. So I feel like the 14 is important for you. 14 might be a number that is significant to you, that you are seeing this month in May or leading up to it. Combinations of 1s and 4s, but 1 and 4 make 5, and 5 is about change. So if you've been seeing lots of 5s or 555s, that's usually an indication of divinely guided change that's available to you, or that's going to be happening soon. So especially if you get 555 repeatedly, it can indicate an internal change. More often than not, that internal change will lead to an external change. So most often it's something that you've instigated. So it's not like a change that comes in and takes things away from you. It's more like you've changed, and so you need to, or you want to change your environment or your situation or whatever it is. So embrace that truth and what's true for you. The inner queen. Ooh, I love it. Leo, you guys are the inner queen, whether you're male or female. Everyone has their feminine side. So honor your inner queen, because this is that, that's that Leo energy right there. You guys always have a crown on your head. You guys are always the center of attention, whether you realize it or not. You're fabulous. So own it. That's your truth. Own your truth. Okay. All right. June. Let's see what's going on for June. Yeah, you've got the Fool, which is a new beginning. So coming right after that Tower in the previous month, it's like things may have changed. You may be starting fresh. You might be having moved to a new house. You might have started a new job. You might have started a new relationship, or just exited a relationship and started a new single life. Who knows? Let me know how it resonates for you when the month actually comes. But this Fool energy is a new beginning. It's an adventure for you as well. And you did have that Page of Wands in May too. So that's kind of that Fool energy, but with the fire element, which is you. So using your passion to guide you, being optimistic about this new beginning, and seeing things in kind of like a rosy kind of way. See the lighter side of every situation if you can. There's always a silver lining, and you can grow that silver lining into a silver life. Ace of Wands, beautiful. Yes, another new beginning energy. So a 1 and a 0, you've kind of like, you've come full circle, and then you're setting off on a new adventure. And this is a great energy to have in summer, or whichever, I mean, depending on what hemisphere you're in June. But this is, again, fire energy. So you guys might be getting a new inspiration, insight, creativity, some new passion could be coming in as well. Could be reigniting the passion in a relationship, or having new passion come in from another relationship or potential. This could also just be you guys feeling really creative and looking to be able to express that in some new way. Well, they're like, yeah, it's romance. A new romantic cycle begins. So whether this is reigniting the passion in an existing relationship after some changes took place in the kind of the last couple of months there, or a new relationship that presents itself to you if you've recently kind of broken up and gone through that exit kind of, you know, experience that ended that chapter. This is a new chapter beginning. It's the new moon in Libra, so it's very relationship centric, and it's about balance this time around. So it's balancing what you have, or balancing what's coming in for you. And really, again, this wow, that's 3 new beginning energies that you have in June. So you've got the Fool, the Ace of Wands, and the new moon in Libra. This is a huge new beginning energy. Let's see what's next. Well, you have brilliant idea. With that Ace of Wands energy, that's like the same energy. It's like you guys are really getting a brilliant idea, a creative inspiration. Something just goes like click for you, and you're like, oh my God, I need to act on this. I want to do something with this. I want to create from this. So Archangel Uriel says, yes, your idea is divinely guided. Please take action to bring your idea to fruition. That's what that Ace of Wands energy literally is. It's a new inspiration that you need to take action on. So heed that in June, because it's going to be very significant for you. I'm getting shivers down my legs, which always happens when something is very significantly profound for you at soul level and it's ringing true. So heed that if you'd like to. If not, that's fine too. I'm not going to tell you how to live your life, Leos. Flexible in reverse. Okay. So in the upright, pretty self-explanatory. In the reverse, I think also very self-explanatory. It's being inflexible in some way. The Fool card is very flexible. The creativity and the inspiration are very flexible. So if there are any areas that are inflexible for you and causing any kind of blockages when it comes to expressing your creativity, acting on this new inspiration, or beginning something fresh and new with an optimistic mindset, that needs to be addressed. Discernment. So first and foremost, green chrysoprase is to do with the heart chakra. It's a heart chakra stone. So look to your heart to discern any areas that there may be any lingering resistance that may be blocking this new beginning from really taking shape in a positive new direction. So any fears that you might have, any wounding from the past that might be holding you back from, or any insecurities that you have that could prevent you from taking action on this new thing, because it is going to be divinely inspired. It is going to be an offer that comes in for you from the universe. It could be a literal offer. Somebody's presenting you with like a new project or something. But I really just feel like this is going to be coming from within you, and to be able to act on it, you just need to listen to your heart and use that inner clarity through the heart chakra to discern if there are any areas that are holding you back, because yes, this is a divinely guided idea or project, so take action on it. Okay, so July 2021, you guys have the Devil card. Oh no. So yeah, I love how it's a golden retriever in the cat tarot. But the Devil card is kind of like old patterns of restriction coming back up. That's kind of a little bit of that inflexibility, old fears, insecurities, attachments, bad habits, patterns, and things like that, you know, that are disempowering. So again, use your heart to discern where these things are, why they're there. If you need help with that, you can always reach out to somebody whom you trust to be able to help you through that process, or you guys can reach out to me if you feel called. I can help with any kind of spiritual work that you guys are looking to do. So, yeah. Oh, dang. Yeah, so you guys have the Seven of Swords with that Devil energy. Yeah, I mean, those kind of go hand in hand. So the Seven of Swords is deception, betrayal. You know, it really comes from this lack mentality. It can be vengefulness as well, kind of like, I feel, what's the word? Yeah, revenge. It's like, you hurt me, so I'm going to do this to try and get back at you. That is not coming from your highest empowerment. That is not coming from your soul. That's coming from the ego. That's coming from the wound, right? So it's being able to identify that and not act on those thoughts or emotions, because that's that Devil energy that's coming in to kind of take you out of your alignment, or put you off of, you know, your heart-centered path. And there's nothing wrong with that. This happens. It's part of the soul experience here within this human incarnation. It's okay. But just being aware of it so that you don't necessarily have to go through all of the trouble that it can cause. Oh, yeah. What do you need to release? Again, this energy's coming up hardcore for you guys the last couple of months. So yeah, what do you need to release that's kind of holding you back here? Specifically, any areas of, you know, any areas that you're self-sabotaging too, because that Devil card and the Seven of Swords can be mega self-sabotage. So that is definitely something that I know I would want to release. And I don't know about you, Leo, but you know, if you want to release that, it's probably a good idea to do so. Comfort. Okay, so this could be a little bit outside of your comfort zone. Sometimes even when things are bad for us or make us feel disempowered, we still choose them because they're what is known. And therefore that's being in the comfort zone. So sometimes, putting ourselves into a path of empowerment, spiritual enlightenment, really, abundance, all of these things that come with it, it can feel actually really uncomfortable. So it's being able to kind of be there for yourself, support yourself through that process of getting out of that old state of homeostasis and creating something new, which is kind of scary, to be honest. I've done it. It's scary. It feels really uncomfortable. So give yourself the comfort you need to support yourself through the process of becoming your best self. So this is Archangel Azrael, who is the archangel of death and transition, by the way. So he helps people who are crossing over, but he's also the archangel or the patron saint of counselors. So if you call on Archangel Azrael, he can help you to perhaps find some of this stuff that's holding you back. It's kind of like doing some shadow work in July. Archangel Azrael can definitely help you with that, or if you feel called to actually getting some counseling, that would probably be beneficial as well. So Archangel Azrael says, I am with you in your time of need, helping your heart to heal. Yeah, so any areas that there are old patterns that are disempowering to you in relationships or in your behaviors, your patterns, your habits, things that really don't feel good in the long run or don't benefit you at soul level, this energy of Archangel Azrael is coming to help you to heal that at the root source. Okay, and it could be to do with abandonment. So some of these patterns could be to do with this feeling of being orphaned. So some of those karmic patterns, some of those choices or behaviors are coming from a heart wound, right? So that ego is trying to protect you from those wounds. And the only way it knows how to do that are through unhealthy attachments, addictions, negative behavioral patterns, especially if that was something that was modeled to us in our early years, right? This is past life healing, inner child healing, shadow work, all of this kind of stuff. Again, if you guys need help with that, please reach out to me. I would love to support you on your journey to becoming your best self. I do spiritual counseling. I do Akashic record readings for past life soul realignment. I do Reiki, clairvoyant Reiki, tarot readings, intuitive tarot therapy, all the good stuff that you guys need. But yeah, this is reconnecting with that orphaned little girl or boy inside of you. It's really getting in touch with that part of you that's wounded and fears abandonment, because that's where those attachments come from. Any area that you are attaching to something, you fear losing it, or maybe you're even pushing it away because you fear losing it eventually, that comes from a place of pain. That comes from a wound where at some point in your life or in past lives, you experienced something that caused you to believe that you weren't worthy because maybe you were left behind, you were orphaned, you were abandoned, you were hurt, you didn't get the love that you needed, your needs weren't met in some way, all of those things, right? So it's painful to dig deep, but it can really liberate and free you, especially this month. It's going to be huge shadow work for you in July. Oh my God, yeah, you guys have karmic grace this month too. Jeez Louise, Leos, karmic grace is like, this is karmic patterns coming up to be cleared. The grace part of this equation is the karma is coming up to be cleared. It's being cleared, which means you don't have to continue those round and round cycles anymore. You don't have to repeat those patterns. But karmic grace is a challenging energy because it means you have to face it. You have to be accountable to it. You have to look at it through a magnifying glass and really understand it and dissect it. Bring it all back up. You got to feel it to heal it. I say that all the time. That's why I made a t-shirt of it down below. Feel it to heal it, because that's the only way to process. It's the only way to release those patterns that linger in the subconscious mind. And then later, if you repeat those patterns from life to life, they get imprinted into the soul blueprint as well, which is kind of like the memory system of the soul. And you can clear those things there too by bringing these patterns to your awareness and taking new action. It's the 4 pillars of alignment. I say it to all of my clients in soul realignment sessions. I say, number 1, awareness. Number 2, accountability. Number 3, acceptance, which is non-judgment of yourself for these old patterns. Number 4, new action, enlightened action, aware action, so that those patterns do not continue. Okay, so let's look at, what is this, July, August. Okay, August, you have the Three of Pentacles again. So this card has come up 2 times for you from 2 different decks. So that's a particularly important message to pay attention to. Spirit is emphasizing the Three of Pentacles energy, which is collaboration, working with other people, honing your skills, really focusing on what you do for work and expressing that in, like a team environment or a work environment of some kind where your skills can be noticed, admired, sought after. I like that the Three of Pentacles in this deck is just a cat eating a box, and he's happy, he's in his comfort zone in there, he's safe in there. So if the last month felt a little bit unsafe for you, really put you outside of your comfort zone, the Three of Pentacles is coming in to kind of help you, remind you that you are safe. You can, tempering it, temper, which I don't mean anger. I mean temperance as in balance between being out of your comfort zone and being in your comfort zone, because there's a safety comfort zone that is healthy, and then there's a comfort zone that's based on past negative patterns. So, I will trust you guys to be able to discern. But you guys, okay, so you have the Six of Cups as well. So this is past life healing too. Could be some carryover into the next month here with some past life healing, some inner child work as well. Six of Cups is like memories from the past. So things are getting brought back up. You might have stirred something that you weren't even aware of. Could be, like a repressed memory or emotion that's now coming up to be addressed based on some patterns and cycles that you realized in the month before. So be gentle with yourself through that. The Six of Pentacles is a very innocent energy. So give yourself the grace to be able to go through what you're going through without any self-judgment. That's important. That's why karmic grace was there too. Take time to breathe out. I love this, Leo. Take time to breathe out. Take time for yourself. Make sure that you're caring for yourself. Maybe even do some breath work. My Leo friend is a breathwork practitioner, so this could be a particular message for you. But yeah, use that energy that you have within you, this spiritual enlightenment that you've cultivated over the course of the past year, to be able to give yourself the time, the space, and the grace to transition through this period. Claircognizance, oh my God, this is awesome. So claircognizance is like a clear knowing. It's connection to universal knowledge and wisdom, and it's kind of like you know something without knowing how you know it. Clairvoyance is seeing visually things outside of the normal spectrum of awareness, and clairaudience is hearing, clairsentience is feeling, clairgustance and aliens are smelling and tasting. So there's many different extrasensory abilities. Claircognizance is one of the ones that's least understood because we don't really know how it happens. It's kind of like a big cosmic download that you just get, and you don't have any way to kind of rationalize how you came to know that, but you just know it. So it comes through the crown chakra. It's from clearing out those karmic patterns in those lower centers or in the heart center that have kept you kind of cut off from that higher knowledge. So I feel like doing the work that you're doing and that you did in July, in August, you really start to get a lot of information that's coming in for you in new ways. So this is Archangel Uriel, and he says, pay attention to thoughts and ideas that come to you as they are answered prayers. So if you've been asking for guidance, if you've been asking for information on what to do next on your path, your next step, your healing, your abundance, your relationship, whatever it is, pay attention to the signs that you get in August, because they are answered prayers. Chaos and conflict. Oh boy, so July and August are seeming like a couple of difficult months for you, and August is Leo, that's Leo season. So you guys might be, really just, it's almost like your solar return is triggering something, whether you're born in August or June, is that what it is? Or July? Sorry, I can't remember how the crossovers work. If you're born on the cusp, or if you're born at all, anyways, it feels like a solar return thing. Solar returns can trigger things as well. So this chaos and conflict is coming up for a reason. We saw a lot of that stuff start to rise in when was it? This month, can't remember if it was April, and then July, really hardcore karmic stuff coming up, and then this chaos and conflict seems to be sticking around for at least another month, because you also have crossroad of destiny in reverse. Okay, so this feels to me as though you will be faced with a crossroad, and it will be your choice what you do action-wise to clear this karma. There may be resistance to clearing this karma. So I just want you guys to be aware of that. The tendency to stay in your comfort zone with the chaos and conflict and the self-sabotage and, you know, the patterns of attachment, that might seem like it's easier. I'm telling you right now, it's not. And you know that consciously, but in the moment, emotionally, you might feel drawn to continue those old patterns just because they feel familiar, they feel good, or whatever it is. But this is a crossroad of destiny. It's in the reverse, which means it's happening inside of you, and it's going to require a lot of, it's going to require a lot of you. So it's up to you what you do with that. Either way, you'll get to where you're going eventually. So don't be hard on yourself, but you always have a choice. That's it. You always have a choice. Okay, so this was July, August, September. Well, yeah. So, all right, September, you have the Death card, Leo. So you may be surrendering to the process. Those of you who are ready to surrender to the process, it will just happen naturally. There may be some resistance that comes up, but eventually it happens. And whether it happens because you've triggered it to happen, or you've catalyzed it to happen, or you've taken action to make it happen, or it happens because of some outside circumstance, either way, it's happening because it's meant to happen. So let that go. Surrender to the process of death. There may be some grief that comes with that. There may be some wound healing that comes with that. That's all kind of part of it. It's part and parcel with shadow work. It's intense. I'm not going to lie. It's intense. It's not comfortable. It's not enjoyable. But the other side of it is definitely worth it. Because look, you've got that rising sun in the background there. So, you know, keep your eye on the horizon. Keep moving forward. Oh boy. 8 of Swords, Leo. Okay, so yeah, still a little bit of a tough energy still here going over from these past few months. It feels a little bit challenging. You guys are in like a tricky situation. The 8 of Swords is mental limitation that you've put on yourself. You're not necessarily seeing things clearly. Trusting your emotions would give you the path out from that, but there's some kind of a rationalization that's happening or self-limitation in the mental space that is kind of blocking you from feeling like you have a choice or being able to take action. So the death process might also feel like it's disempowering you, but it's not. It can, you know, there can be ego resistance to surrendering to that death process because often it means that things have to end. Maybe something that you were attached to or that you felt comfortable in or with. So yeah, it can bring up a lot of fear. It can bring up a lot of pain. It brings up a lot of grief. I mean, that just goes with it. But it's about kind of trusting your intuition to guide you forward, trusting spirit and your emotional body to help you get through this situation, because the mind may not be reliable this month. Your hard work is paying off. Whatever it looks like on the surface, whatever you've been through in the last couple of months, your hard work is paying off, and they just want to validate that for you. New moon in Capricorn, so that death is bringing a new beginning. Obviously, that's how it works, right? We get endings that bring new beginnings. Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. Oh my God, I can't believe I just quoted that song. But yeah, it's closing time. So let your hard work pay off. Trust that your hard work will pay off. This may be a career transition. This could be something that you're being called to end, to be able to begin something new. Maybe that inspiration that came in June was sparking this change. Maybe it's a career path change, right? It's like you're going from one field to a completely different one. You kind of have to start from scratch. Maybe it's outside of your comfort zone. Maybe there's a lot of fears and things from old wounds or insecurities. Again, that's all of that shadow work we were talking about. So yeah, this death process could be the ending of an old job. It could be even getting fired or let go. You could be willingly quitting though too, right? It can happen in many different ways for different people, but it's also how much you surrender to the process by trusting your intuition. Trust your intuition, Leo. So Archangel Shamuel says your life purpose is triggering a blessed career change. Yes, so it's triggering this career change for you, not against you, for you, through you. You are aligning with a higher path that's more in alignment with who you are at soul level, and therefore will bring a greater level of abundance and joy. So embrace it. Come to the edge. Oh boy, yeah, this is gonna be a real kind of test for you guys of your fortitude, of your inner strength, of your trust. Come to the edge is taking a leap of faith. So yeah, it's scary. You don't know if you're going to fall or fly. But the next card you have is support. So you're supported, either to have the strength to be able to fly or to have some kind of a safety net to prevent you from falling and burning or crashing or whatever the case is, right? So this is letting you know that whatever happens, you're going to be supported, you're going to be okay. So surrender to the process of the transition that's happening. Let go of the old so that you can start something that's more in alignment with you, so that you can really express your authenticity, because this is what it's all about being here in this human life. It's all about expressing what really brings you joy, what really feels empowering to you at soul level, and that's unique to everyone. Okay, so what was this? July, August, September, October. Okay, so we're at October now. I'm gonna take a little tea break. Shit, that's good. Okay, you have the 9 of Pentacles. So, yes, Leo, yes, you did it. Whatever it is, you did it. You took the leap of faith. You have abundance here. You have financial stability. You have luxury. You have this self-discipline that really paid off. The hard work paid off. You saw that in the month previous. So your hard work actually does financially, physically pay off, because this is the card of financial independence. This is the card of hard work being, very fruitful for you. It's like you get that harvest time where you actually have a lot that you're reaping. There's abundance coming in droves, and then you're able to actually treat yourself, which I know Leos, you love to do. So yeah, go shopping, go, treat yourself within reason, of course, everything in moderation, but you deserve it. You've really worked hard, especially these last few months. So, a little bit of indulgence is okay. You earned it. Oh my God, you guys, you have I love it. You have the 9 of Pentacles and the 9 of Pentacles. Holy shit. So yeah, this is double message. This is confirmation from spirit, like mega abundance is coming in. It's like if you really chose to step up and do the work and take the leap of faith and transition that career, is gonna pay off, and it pays off quick, because this is only a month after that career change. So it's like really fast turnaround where you guys are either experiencing the physical abundance start to come in a really big, profound way, or you're just feeling a lot more financially abundant. Even if your financial situation hasn't changed all that much, it's like the freedom from those old patterns and cycles, or from that old job or that old line of work. It's like you free yourself up so much that now you feel abundant, more abundant than you ever have, simply because you're not in that really limiting, heavy, burdensome energy anymore. And it's even if you don't have any more money, it's like you feel like you do. You really feel like you do. And you're just like so enjoying life, and you're stopping and smelling the roses, and you feel super exuberant and positive and optimistic. So I love this for you guys so much. I'm getting tingles down my legs again. So very profound truth here. Big messages from spirit. And I'm super happy for you guys, because you earned it and you deserve it and you needed it after those tough couple of months. Next up, you have a win-win outcome is forecast. So this is great. Again, it's like you guys it's a win-win. It's a Nine of Pentacles and a Nine of Pentacles. You guys are winning in, what month is this again? July, August, September, October. October is harvest season after all, isn't it? I mean, farming wise. So you guys, whether or not you're a farmer, you are reaping the rewards of the seeds that you've planted and cultivated and weeded. You really did some weeding these past few months. So October is a win-win outcome for you. Whatever happens, it's going to be successful. You have hello from heaven as well. I love that. So you guys are getting a lot of support from the angels, from your guides, from your higher self, from spirit in general. You guys are getting a lot of little winks from the universe being like, hey, man, we got your back. You got this. You can do this. We're supporting you. You're super powerful. You deserve to be abundant. So yeah, it's awesome. Hello from heaven. Again, it's Archangel Azrael. So he's helping you to know that you're supported through the transition from September to October and from the months previous too. This all kind of started in July. So Archangel Azrael says your loved ones in heaven are doing fine. Let go of worries and feel their loving blessing. So if this is literally in regard to somebody that you love who is on the other side, that's a little special message for you from them. They're helping you. They may even be one of your guides. By the book. Okay, so by the book is kind of like going by protocol, crossing your T's, dotting your I's, making sure that you are playing by the rules so that everything really comes up, clean. It's like reading the fine print, making sure the contract is solid and there's no loopholes, following the rules, going by the law. That way everything works out for you and you do have a win-win outcome. You've got those 2 Nines of Pentacles, so you guys are going to be good. I see this 11 too. It's kind of like a doorway to a new beginning. Manifestation for you guys in October is going to be super powerful. So if you'd like to tune into that energy, you can set some new intentions, positive intentions, especially to manifest wealth or a win-win outcome in maybe even like a legal situation. Or anything, maybe there's like a dispute with your old work or something like that over your pension, like not pension, but what's the word I'm looking for, like severance pay or something like that. That's one specific, very specific message coming through. So that could be for like one person, but like if it's for you, it's for you. So go buy the book in October. There's a time and place for bending the rules. October is not that time or that place. So just so you know. And you have sacred play. Yay. Okay, good. So sacred play is just really connecting what brings you joy, connecting with that inner child, connecting with what really sparks your playfulness and just allowing yourself to be that. I know you guys can be really, really, really playful. And that's something I love so much about Leos is you're so expressive and you're so unafraid of just being your authentic self, whether you realize it or not. That's how you come off, right? You really have this air of playfulness and fun about you that really attracts people, and that's very charming. I love you, Leos. You're so charming. All right. So we are at November now. Let's see what's going on in November. You guys have the Page of Cups. Yeah, I feel like this is an emotional message that's coming in. Let's see what it's in regard to, because I feel like it's specifically an emotional message. It could be an offer of love that comes in because you have the Four of Cups, or sorry, not Four of Cups, Four of Wands as well, which can be a new level of achievement or some new level of commitment in a relationship or in love. It can also be celebrations and things like that. So you could just be celebrating this new line of work that you're getting into, or celebrating the transition in your life that has brought about this new level of significant abundance that we saw in October. So in November, this could be, are there any celebrations or holidays in November? Not really, not that I can think of, unless you're in the States and there's like Thanksgiving or something like that. I think it's in November, isn't it? I don't know. I'm in Canada. We do it in October. But yeah, it feels like there's some kind of celebration. You guys are having fun, and there could be emotional offers that you get from other people, just like well wishes or, you know, congratulations and things like that. It could also be like a romantic sort of like a who, hey, hi, what's going on? How you doing kind of thing in November. Who knows? We'll see. Let's see what else cards you got. Balance, spirituality, and practicality. Well, yeah, I think that's pretty self-explanatory. Again, it's that Pisces energy, so balancing the emotional realm with what you're physically doing, because that's creating stability and balance for you. The Four of Wands can also represent like a new level of stability. It's building foundations for the future, especially in projects, career, or home life. So balancing your spirituality with your practicality and how you're actually physically expressing your spirituality can really bring abundance and new levels of achievement for you. Take back your power, Leo. You are so powerful. The Strength card is your card for a reason. It's this power that you have within you. So Archangel Raziel says, use your God-given power and intention to manifest blessings in your life. You guys are seriously creating a really fertile environment for yourself. There's major blessings coming in for you. So this power that you've taken back is part of that, right? When you stand in your empowerment at soul level and you make choices that are in alignment with who you are at soul level, you really manifest abundance. This is what we do in soul realignment work. I've seen it work for myself personally. I've seen it work for my clients. You don't have to do it through that modality. It can just really be about making choices that are good for you, that feel good for you, that feel empowering, taking back your power, because that's how you really create results. Well, this is interesting because you have time to go. So, I mean, I feel like you already did a lot of walking away in the months leading up to this, but there may be like one last thing that you're leaving behind. But I feel like in this month, it's actually a celebration. It's no longer like a sad letting go or a painful letting go. It's like, okay, it's time to finally go. And it's almost like everybody's getting together to celebrate, you know, the time that you spent there, or the relationships you've built. And it almost feels like, yeah, it's like a celebration of letting go instead of a grieving process. So yeah, it's like you're moving on to something better. And so people are really congratulating you and kind of giving you a pat on the back because you've really leveled yourself up, essentially. Revelation too. So yeah, this is like a big next level for you. You have stepped it up, something fierce, Leo, especially in October and November. So you've come to these revelations on your own. You've chosen to take back your power. You've stepped into your authenticity, your individuality. And this is really, again, this claircognizance is coming through from this card too. So you guys are really connecting to your spiritual power, not just your physical power or your power of manifestation, which is part of spiritual power, but you guys are really, yeah, you feel like really spiritually tapped in and connected. You feel really spiritually aligned. So that's beautiful. All right, we're moving into December. Let's see what's going on for the final month in 2021. You guys have the Ace of Swords. So the end of this year starts with a new beginning, and Ace of Swords is a revelation too. So it kind of carries over from the month before. You've got lots of insight coming in. This could be clarity, illumination, new levels of truth that you're being brought, that's being brought to your awareness. I feel like you're really learning to communicate in a new way as well. So it's like you get these inspiring thoughts or epiphanies that come in. You have these really profound aha moments from this claircognizance that you're channeling, and then you're able to really effectively communicate that with people around you. And where people didn't necessarily understand it before, it feels like at the end of the year here and going into 2022, they're actually going to not only understand it, but they're going to seek you out for your guidance. People are going to seek you out for your guidance. If you've transitioned into a spiritual career, specifically for any Leos who this resonates for, this is a particular message for you, that you're going to be very successful, because people are going to seek you out looking for your skills, your services, your insight, your guidance, because you're so tapped in. You've lived it, you've experienced it. And you know, that's what a healer is. A healer is somebody who's healed themselves, and then who can share that information with others. It's not somebody who heals others. That's not what a healer is. A healer is somebody who heals themselves. So you guys have really done that in the 3 months here, July, August, September. It was an intense shadow work healing kind of 3 months for you, and you really earned you earned your stripes. You got your black belt. You guys, you leveled up. You got that level of achievement. That's what we saw last month. So big new beginnings here. All right. So to kind of temper that, you guys have the 7 of Cups, but this can be an energy of confusion, and just kind of like having a lot of emotional stuff going on and not really having any clarity on what is right for you. But specifically for you guys this month, I feel like in December you're actually going to be getting a lot of clarity. So the insight and the guidance you're getting from that Ace of Swords energy and from your spiritual your claircognizance ability, you're going to have the clarity on what is the right option for you. You might actually have a lot of options coming in December. It's like you put yourself out there, you did the healing work, you shifted, you changed, you altered your course, and as a way of confirming this to you, the universe is like bringing you everything on a silver platter. It's like, yes, you did the hard work, here's your reward, that kind of thing. That's what I'm feeling from that card. And you have the energy is gaining momentum. So yeah, it's like a big boost of energy. You guys, like, you entered into the the slip stream of abundance. It's like that underwater current that just kind of takes you where you need to go. It's like when you're in alignment. That's essentially what happens when you're in alignment spiritually. It's like you're so in alignment that everything just starts to flow through you. It can seem like it's happening for you on the outside, but it's actually happening through you. So this energy is gaining momentum because you've gained momentum, because you've released resistance within you to going faster, to having and channeling all of this energy, and to really expressing your really super authentic individuality. All is well. Yay. Okay, so Archangel Jeremiah says everything is happening exactly as it is supposed to. With hidden blessings, you will soon understand. All right. Okay, so a little bit of like reassurance here. If there are any Leos out there who December is a little bit challenging for, I'm picking up on a lot of really positive energy, but there could be still some lingering stuff. Let me remind you, healing is not linear. Sometimes my brain goes faster than my mouth can. Does that happen to anyone else? Let me know in the comments, because it happens to me literally all the time. I smash words together, or like I reverse them, and it's just, come on, mouth, keep up with the brain. All right, so I feel like you guys are getting another little pat on the shoulder from your angels or from your guides, just kind of letting you know that this is all divinely guided. And even though things might be happening quickly, again, they're happening for your highest good because you're in alignment. So welcome these things in. You have a fork in the road coming in December too. So again, this is divinely guided, but it may feel confusing to you. That 7 of Cups energy can be that, like, these different options that are coming up. So you might be meeting a point in your journey that's a little bit, it's like there's 2 different options or multiple different options, and you've come to a fork in the road. You have to decide if you want to go straight, you want to go left, you want to go right, you want to go like adjacent, I don't know. Whatever, you have to pick one eventually. You can't just keep standing there. I think most of them are divinely aligned for you because you've manifested that through the work you've done. So I feel like you don't really have to worry too much about which path to choose, because first and foremost, you're going to get the clarity and the guidance to pick the one that you feel most aligned to, and even if you don't know which one that is, it's not really going to matter because they're all really aligned for you. That's the whole point here. So this fork in the road with all of these different road signs, it's kind of just like trust that you're going to choose the one that's in alignment with you because it's your choice. It's not like you have to pick the right one. There is no right one. It's your choice. You get to choose, and there's no wrong answer. Last card of the reading for 2021, Leos, you guys have from world to world. So this is kind of like that fork in the road. This is kind of like the transition we've been talking about throughout this year. You guys are moving from world to world. This could also be like physically moving from one end of the world to the other end of the world. This could also be just going from the spiritual world to the physical world and back again. Not literally, not like actually dying or anything like that, but I just feel like you guys are really tapping into this spiritual side of yourself in such a deep, profound way that it's shifting actually how you interact with and create the world around you. So yeah, it can feel like it's a brand new world, like it's a brand new life, it's a brand new book, not just a new chapter or a new page or a new, whatever. It's like, this is all, it's a whole new world. A whole new world, a dazzling place I never knew. But when I'm way up here, I'm crystal clear. Now I'm in a whole new world with you. So there you have it, Leos. I hope you enjoyed the reading. Thank you so much for being here, for listening. Thank you for commenting, liking, sharing. If you resonated with any of the messages that came through for you in 2021, let me know. I love interacting with you guys. Thank you, thank you. And if you would like to book any kind of my services that I offer that I mentioned earlier, you can find them in the description box below the video, and just email me at services.ToKittyandBeyond@gmail.com. I will get back to you as promptly as I can to schedule you in. All right, guys, I love you, love you, love you. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time. Bye.